On two. Ready? Hey.
What is going on? What's good?
What's the deal? We back. It's another fabulous Sunday, man. Excited about the weekend, man. So far, if you're getting off work, going to work, taking your nap from work, after work, whatever, man. Happy you're here on this Sunday, man. We're gonna talk ball, man. We're gonna talk some sports, some football, some shit like that. Why I can say shit on the radio? Because we own our own network and there are no guidelines. It's like the CIA. We ain't got no guidelines, man. What you talking about? Huh? Who disappeared, bro? All right. But this is the football frame of mind, not a political. This is a football frame of mind podcast, weekly show, however you want to slice it, man. We are the football frame of mind. So strap up your helmet and let's get into the game, man. Before we get started, how you doing?
Man, we are good, man. Less action this weekend. Obviously, we had championship weekend last week, so a little break from college football. Had some NFL, a bunch of stuff from the transfer portal coming through this weekend. We had a bunch of the award finalists and stuff announced. Everybody, damn, I lost my train of thought. No, not the finalists, but pretty much all the awards have been picked out. They've been awarded to everybody. So a lot of controversy and a lot of good discussions. But if you guys do like this kind of video, don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe across all major platforms. If you like social media, we're on all of those, including X, Facebook, all of that good stuff. We do streaming on Twitch, YouTube as well. And if you're more of a YouTube guy, daily content shorts, we're on all major audio platforms as well. Spotify, Apple, Amazon. No matter where you want to find us, you'll find us just searching Football Frame of Mind on any major search engine, and you'll find us there.
Couldn't have said it better myself, man. Find us everywhere, man. We are all over the place. Check out our shorts, man. The shorts are designed to give you a quick synopsis of what we like to do, but also get in the comment box, man. We love engaging and with the people that watch our show, man. We just football guys talking about football, nothing too crazy, right? So follow us everywhere. Enjoy the journey that we're on, man. 17,900 subscribers, all of you across the globe, because we know we got some people out there. We know we got some people in other countries that watch our show, man. So shout out to y'all.
Where? I want to see, just out of curiosity, since we're live on the air.
Live on the air, bro.
Live on the air. Let's just look.
Super live.
So it looks like a lot of our younger people really like the show between the ages of 18 and 24. So some young cats out here checking out some football content on a daily basis.
Cats. Shout out to y'all.
We're looking at, we have obviously the United States of America. We have some people from right up north there in Canada. America. You got Canada. We got some people in the UK, Australia, Germany, and Mexico. So definitely got people all over the globe, man. We really appreciate you guys. It's really been popping, and y'all the people we should be thanking. Without you guys, we would not be here.
Nah, man. We've been going hard, man. Let's just say that. We've been going hard with the shorts, man. Seems like 1,000 is our number. If we don't get 1,000 views on our shorts, something's wrong. So we are excited about that. We just gonna keep it going, man, so we can keep on making this money. You feel me? We trying to make this into our one and only job out here, man. And we're gonna have fun doing this with all of you guys, man. So we're excited. Let's see. I got some
Happy Sunday, Brent.
Yes, sir.
Happy Sunday.
Yes, sir. And he's
Appreciate you
from
being there.
Canada. Then we tell you, we told you, we worldwide, man. Happy Sunday to you, man. Eduardo Hernandez. I
Hey,
feel like I know this dude. We gotta see. Hold
but
up.
talking to Natty, yeah, we can kind of talk into that because I mean the playoffs are set, so you can kind of get an idea of who might win or whatever. But it's still up in the air.
Yeah, that's the homie. I had to see who that was. Hold up. I had to see who that was. I was like, I know that name. I know that name somewhere. Hold up. Yeah. I have to see I had to say which account it was because it shows Facebook. So I had to make sure. Yeah, that's the homie, man. Army buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the homie. Yeah. So glad. Hope you doing good at Wardo, man. We only be on last name basis, so this is actually my first time actually seeing his first name. Just to be honest with you, man. It was fun, man. Love all them dudes, man. So and a lot of them support the show. So shout out to all my service men and women out there, man. Speaking of that, let's get into the show, man, because we had a whole lot to talk about. Man. Whole lot to talk about, man. So let's start off the show with the obvious, the big shebang.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter wins the Heisman Trophy. A close race, like I was saying all year long. I said, oh well, last month or so. I've been saying it's gonna be a close race. Been saying that anyway, especially at the top. The winner was separated by like less than 200 votes, so could have went any which way, honestly. So that's my point. Close. You see Andre Ware in the back, Heisman winner from Houston. I want to say 1988 or 90, one of them. Right, either before Barry Sanders or after Barry Sanders. But I know for a fact my man was good. He had the flat top swag going on, man, throwing 5,000 yards like it was nothing.
You talking
So,
about flat? You talking about flat top? You made me think of Kennan play when you said that. If you
yeah,
know, you know.
see, you already know. You already know, right? So, my man's right here, Travis Hunter. A lot of the comments that we've gotten on our shorts, man, have literally been up and down, up and down. You know, some people say Genty should have won it, and I think any other year he might have won it, right? But we got a guy that doubled, almost tripled the production of one Charles Woodson, right? Tripled his production on offense, right? Then you got the defensive side of the ball. I thought that Charles Woodson had a way better defensive season than Travis Hunter did. But I think the fact that he dominated offensively to a certain extent, man, I think that's what really won him the Heisman, man. But we're not gonna sit here and shit on Genty's year like, oh man, it wasn't that good. We've seen a lot of dudes not, deliver on the big stage, man. And he did it every week. Lights is on him no matter what. So I was excited that Travis won, man. Great suit. Everybody had a great suit. Dylan Gabriel had the Hawaiian I don't know what it's called that they put around they neck, man, but he definitely was dripped out with that. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, right? We know who had it on at the Heisman before. We ain't gonna get into that, but we can because it's like a long time ago. Remember, Manti Te'o had it on, so
Yep.
yeah,
And
we can
Marcus
talk about
Mariota too.
Yeah, he did too. So you already know you dripped out with that. So, but like I said, man, I love the fact that Dylan Gabriel got to go. Because you can't have the best not the best quarterback, but the quarterback on the best team not go to New York. Okay, there's a lot of saying, "Oh man, Shador was better." Yeah, statistically, but let's be honest, Oregon was blowing people out. Okay,
Mhm.
they was blowing people out, and he didn't really have to play late in some games. So I think if you adjusted to where Shador played, it would have been better. Let's see. We
Mm.
got somebody in here. We talking. Andrew, what's up? I'm
You better at
better.
what?
Like, what are we talking about here? Nonetheless, man. What you think about Travis Hunter winning the Heisman?
I don't agree with it. I'll just be honest with you. To say like
Ah,
I just feel like they forced it. Like really good season. Like obviously you can't sugarcoat it, but to say he was the best receiver, I don't think that's as clear cut as they made it seem. Cornerback, I thought he played pretty well. But to say like this is my thing, and you don't want to base things off of like team success and things, but let's just look at it like this. Yes, played substantially well offensively and defensively. Where is Colorado? 4 losses. Let's look at Ashton Genty. Never had a bad game all year. 8 against even good teams like Oregon. Went for over a $150 against a team like that. One of the key components, if not the main key component, of why Boise State is in the playoffs. I feel like
CB,
that needs to.
CB.
I don't know. We're
You a
gonna
better
figure it out.
cornerback? Yeah, we gonna figure that out.
But I feel like that needs to be spoken upon. The fact that that team is in the playoffs is specifically because of what he was able to contribute to them offensively. They only took 1 loss, and that was to the number 1 team in the nation. Like that should be talked about. The fact that he's less than 200 yards from the all-time rushing record should be talked about. It
Fact.
should. I just feel like it's all about the media. Like this goes back to how me and you talked about how the Heisman is now. It's literally that. Like, yeah, great stats. Like, you can't take anything away from that. Don't take what I'm saying as like a shot at Travis. I love Travis. I think Travis is awesome. But for people to like just say it was cut clear that he was the best corner and receiver, because I feel like they gave those awards to make them giving him the award seem more like of a better decision. But I just feel like they forced it because that's what's going to make money. They already know he's going to probably be the number 1 pick. So let's just screw it. We're going to give it to him. But I just feel like what Genty contributed to the team, especially into them being a success and them winning games and being in the playoffs, this is the most success Boise State's had in a while. I feel like that's a major ploy that I feel like they should have gave it to him. But I'm not upset about it fully, but I just feel like there's some things that could have been talked about. But
Hey man, we will agree to disagree. I think that Genty deserved the Heisman. I can't tell you he didn't, but you can't ignore the fact that a guy was top 5 cornerback, top 5 receiver. Like
yeah,
the numbers prove it. He like top 5 in yardage. I want to say he might be top 7 in like receptions, and then he got touchdowns on both sides of the ball. It's like you ain't never seen a player like this. Like, it'd be like Bo Jackson playing today. Like, bro, he can play everything. He can do everything. Dude's a two-way superstar, man. And believe it or not, yeah, the media was pushing it. I didn't agree with him winning receiver of the year. I didn't
no,
agree with
because I don't think he should have won the Bolitnikov.
it. Was pushing this. We already saw this coming, right? He's about to be probably one of the more decorated uh all American. I mean, he's gonna be nice in terms. And see how it translates to the next level. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We'll see. Like I said, we've seen Heisman winners, not work out at the next level. We've seen some not even play at the next level. So it just depends, man. I think that's the measure of really who the better player is or is going to be. So we'll see. So we penalize him for not paying. Like nobody's penalizing dude. Nobody. We're just saying
So
that
I feel
when
like
you,
Andrew's on the train that Gentry should have got it too. I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
I just
I can't say that either one was more deserving than the other one because I'm like, yo, I like what Genty was doing, man. I do. I felt like he would win by a slim hair because of his team going to the playoff. And judging how close the vote was, it was a lot of people like me that felt like that was a big thing. Now the difference is the fact that my man's played both sides, bro. That's the thing. Had he done anything on either side of the ball, say he was a cornerback, he wouldn't get into the Heisman conversation. But his receiving was probably good enough to put him in the top 15 players on the list, right? Combine those two, you get a winner, man. Because he
I mean, it
wasn't that
helps,
bad at corner. He
but
wasn't that bad at corner.
it helps when you have a guy who's a possible Heisman candidate quarterback throwing you the ball too. I think you should take that into account. Just saying. When
Yeah,
Genty's
you
carrying the
can.
entire team and getting them to the playoffs, I feel like that's a bit more valuable to me.
You can, but it'd be the same argument that you have with Mac Jones and Devontae Smith. The
Here's what
quarterback
it
was
is. Here's what it
the
is. I ain't
quarterback
arguing
was
about
giving
that.
him the ball too.
I just feel
I'm
like when
just
a
saying.
player can be at the position he's at and carry his team into the playoffs the way he has, I feel like that means something.
I agree. I'm just saying, man. The two-way thing is kind of cool, man.
It
It's
is, and
kind
that's
of
not
cool,
taking anything away from him. I mean, I have much respect. I
man.
don't know.
Hater. All right, let's talk jobs, bro. Let's talk jobs. Let's talk jobs. Coaching carousel, man. So the coaching carousel in college football been absolutely nuts, bro. Nuts. You see the picture. Big Bill is back on the sidelines coaching the UNC North Carolina Tar Heels, man. So what you think?
Well, I don't see a graphic on the screen besides the Heisman one, but
Uh-oh. Hold up.
there we go. Yeah, Chapel Hill Bill. I don't know how to feel about this. It's a toss-up because you got to understand, like, I've been accustomed to seeing this guy on the sidelines for like the last 20-plus years. The college game is so much different than what the NFL is, especially in this age. I want to feel like he can be a success for the simple fact that college football has turned into more of a business, reflecting like a little brother to the league, being the fact that players are getting paid and such. I just want to know how he's going to do in recruiting and what's going to be like his pitch to be able to get guys to come to North Carolina, especially with the recent struggles that they've had, with how his tenure in New England ended. Like, how is he going to adjust from, like, obviously the pro game into going into college, having to recruit guys, having to sell guys on his program. And I don't know, man. I think it could be a good fit, but I really need to see more and hear more before I can have like a really good opinion on this.
No, I feel that. I'm in the same kind of thought process. I don't know how it's gonna work, but hey, I just like Big Bill coaching again. That's what I'm thinking. I think it'll be a good reset for him to really kind of think like, damn, all my assistants kind of suck. Man, Brian Flores, McDaniels.
I wouldn't say Flores sucks. I wouldn't put him in that. McDaniels
terrible. I didn't like it, man. I hated it. Then you get like then it gets funky at the end. Like I didn't think it was that good.
I wouldn't put him there. McDaniels as a head coach, I would say that. Patricia as a head coach, I would say that. Freaking Joe Judge as a coach, I would say that. As coordinators, they're not terrible, but as head coaches leading a football team at the next level, yeah, horrible. So I would definitely agree with you on the rest of those.
Done. But
It's cool though. I just want to see his approach. I want to see like what his pitch is and like I don't know. I just want to see what the vibe is. I know it's not the SEC, but the ACC still a big deal. I don't know, man. That's a complete 360 from where you were at 2 seasons ago. You know what I mean?
no, I feel that.
Chapel
I
Hill
feel
Bill.
Yeah, definitely Chapel Hill Bill, man. But next on the list, man, someone we know very well, Rich Rod.
Rod. We said that.
Rich Rod is headed back home to West Virginia. This is my favorite hire of the off season, man. Not the most eye popping, man, but it gives us 07 vibes, man. They was awesome. I feel like this is a cool hire. I know he got offense, man. I'm just glad he got his coaching career back on path to where this was an option. Because we know leaving Michigan, although it wasn't the best run, he honestly got pushed out of town fast. And Michigan was struggling to pick up the pieces. Let's just say that, until they got Harbaugh. So then he goes to Arizona. He's like one of the highest paid coaches, but Arizona is a wasteland in terms of football, should I say. Basketball, they're pretty good. And then he goes, you see coaches get that last job before it's either sink or swim, right? And I think Jacksonville State was that job for him. Like, hey, this your last run. Either you get it together or you don't. And Jacksonville State won two conference USA championships, I want to say. So they got two of those while he was there. So he got it back on track, man, and this is the job for him, man. Let's go back. Let's do this the right way. Get back West Virginia back to where they are because they're in the Big 12. And the Big 12 is easy to get now without Texas and OU in there. So, hey, that's all I'm going to say, man. He dominated the Big East when the Big East was kind of like, but Big 12 is gettable, man. That's all I'm going to say.
I like this hire in the sense that one, it's cool to see the progression of his career, like you said, kind of at its peak to its lowest, and it's kind of been at a gradual increase the last few years or so. But I like this hire for the simple fact that there's a story to tell here. He's been here before. They've won here before. There's prior relationships there. He's was really good at recruiting while he was there. I think this is really going to benefit West Virginia. And a Big 12 conference, like you said, that is up for grabs, that has a chance. West Virginia is a really good brand. And to have a guy that had so much success be able to come back there, probably be able to get a good coaching staff in there. I mean, West Virginia could be good next year. They're already a competitive team. Like they don't have they're not a bad football team. They always have good talent. They just need the right guy running the helm. And I think what he was able to do at Jack State, be able to bring them to relevancy, being pushed into the FBS recently, I think this could be a really good marriage between them two. And hey, man, never know. Maybe next season or two, West Virginia could be in contention for a Big 12 title. You never know.
Hey, I'm telling you, the Big 12 is wide open, man. So we got to welcome one of our special guests, man. We got Mr. Gamecock himself. And he's on mute.
So eating dinner. I'm just watching the show.
All right. He's eating dinner. That was Mr. Gamecock himself.
That's gonna be a laugh later.
Yeah, all right. He just wanted VIP. He wanted VIP seats. That's all.
We got you. We got you the lanyard, bro. You're gonna be all right. You was probably over there baking a little cake, making you a soup like you did the other day. And I know it was probably hitting. I wish you could save us some, but
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's all right. He's all right. All right. So now we get Scott Frost returning to UCF, man. A lot has changed since he was last at UCF. They are now in the Big 12. And after a rough season with Gus Gus Malzahn, he has went to Florida State to be their offensive coordinator. Scott Frost is coming into a pretty decent scenario. I don't know what KJ Jefferson's
He's hitting the portal, I
status.
think. I'm about to double check right now because I actually wanted to know. KJ Jefferson. So nothing yet, but nothing yet. But I know I seen the other day he was talking about hitting the portal again. So I think he's seeking an extra year of eligibility or something so he can play one more year. Which, if he gets that, if he goes to the right spot, hey, you could see him slinging it next year, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. He's one of my favorite players. So.
I like KJ.
Yeah, me too. So hopefully Frost can get him to stay. Or maybe that's not the quarterback he's looking for. I don't know. But I will say this, that it's pretty cool to see him go back there. They got the unofficial national championship in 2017 before he went to what was that? Nebraska. Yeah. So I felt like they gave him a lot of rope to use at Nebraska, but he was just a couple players away. I felt like if Nebraska was still in the Big 12, maybe they would get more wins than what they got. But nonetheless, I felt like his tenure at Nebraska was a little bit rushed, if that's what I'm saying. I felt like he should have stayed with UCF back in the day and just kept building them into the group of five powerhouse that they really were, so we'll see. We shall see, man. But this is an interesting hire. It's good to see him back there. All right, let's see what we got next, man. Let's see what we got here. All right, so interesting story here. So Charles Huff was the head coach at Marshall, right? I think he was at Alabama for a minute, and then he was like one of Deion's high coordinators on the staff. So he gets the job at Marshall, does pretty good. Got to do pretty good if you're getting the new job, right? Which is, I would say, a step up a little bit. I say the step up. Marshall or Southern Miss, which one? Because I don't think it's a step.
I don't think it's a step anywhere. I think you just sliding across. I think they're pretty much the same caliber of program, pretty much in the same conference. Maybe they have a little bit better facilities, better assets, maybe you have better access to athletes. I don't really see this being a step up or down, to be honest with you. They're pretty much the same program, in my opinion.
I think it's a step up.
If it is, I feel like it's minuscule, but nonetheless, sometimes a change of scenery is okay.
It's a minor thing. So, but the story is that him and the front office of Marshall really didn't get along, and he was like, yo, all right, I'm up out of here, but I'm taking all the players with me.
Yeah, everybody did.
And all the players went into the transfer portal. So expect this to be probably the best year Southern Miss has had in a long time. Because they're going to get a flood of new players, whether it be recruiting or the transfer portal. And it's a new era, man. So we'll see what Charles Huff can do. I believe this is his second head coaching opportunity. So if he can succeed here, maybe it's another job somewhere else waiting for him. Just like Fran Brown last year when we were talking about the coaching carousel. He was like at the bottom. Nobody was really worried about him. Like, oh man, he's just a DB coach from Georgia, and he just getting a job. Well, Syracuse won 9 games this season, so getting the right guy is important.
Expect Marshall to have a We Are Marshall-esque season.
Man, they gonna be ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Really good movie, by the way, but not really gonna be a good year.
No, they gonna be pretty bad,
In
bro.
my Matthew McConaughey voice. All right.
Oh no, that's what they're gonna be saying.
Yeah, some oh no.
Oh no, you know. Andrew says Marshall's a way better program. I'm sorry, I don't watch that far back into the rankings, dog. That's like me watching what's that
I'd
game?
probably say Marshall's had better like people make it in the NFL. I'd probably say. In
Yeah,
my opinion, I'd probably say they pushed out better athletes. Don't get me wrong, Brett Favre went to Southern Miss, but I mean, Marshall's had some good people too. I mean, freaking Chad Bennington, Randy Moss, Byron Leftwich. I mean, they've had some good athletes.
they got some good players, man. But look how long that was ago, bro. That's a while. That was a while ago. We're talking 90s, early 2000s, bro. Like, dang, Marshall ain't done nothing in a long time. Now, neither has Southern Miss. Southern Miss ain't done shit in a minute either. But I will say an opportunity. Name one. Brett Favre.
Wait. Are we just naming good Southern Miss alums or just a Southern Miss alum? Because I'm just curious. Name just one.
I did.
Frank Gore
Brett
Jr.
Favre.
Frank Gore Jr.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Good. Yeah, see?
That's about it though.
That's it, man. But I mean, Marcus Dupree went there though.
He
I
was
mean,
nasty.
he was all right. Yeah, he was all right. He was cool. He was good with Oklahoma, and then he had that knee injury, which kind of messed him up. But I mean, he was still a 5-star dude, though.
That was a really good 30 for 30, by the way.
Yes, it was, man. Because he came back and ran for 1,000, and then said, "I'm done, out of here. Leave me alone. I did it." He's like, "I'm done. I ain't playing no more. What's wrong with y'all, man? I'm good." They could have resigned him if he wanted to play for real, but he did real good though. You know, crazy how Barry Switzer did him though. Like they just was really messing with dude in the media, man. Like, god damn, is that bad, bro? You just left him alone.
Oops.
You know, he's a good player, man, but you know how Barry Switzer is. All right, so we got another man. Coaching carousel's been hot. I told you. Don't really have too much to talk about in terms of games. Only had the Army Navy game
Oof.
to really talk about. But Dan Mullen returns to the sideline after his spell with well, I have to say his prison sentence with ESPN. He's now a free man coaching UNLV, man. So I don't know how this is going to work. I already know if he succeeds, he's going to somewhere else. We'll see. I would actually love to see him at Florida State at some point because
Oh, that would be
you know,
dope.
that would be dope as hell because you get to beat on Florida every year,
I
or at
really
least try
wouldn't.
to.
I wouldn't mind seeing him at like Mississippi State or something. Pretty cool too.
Yeah, Mississippi State.
Because wasn't he there previously?
Yeah, he was at Mississippi State.
And they were relevant. They were good.
Yeah, he was there with Dak Prescott. He was there with Nick Fitzgerald, who ran for like almost 1,000 yards.
Dude was nasty.
Almost 2,000 yards at Mississippi State. So they were number one in the first playoff rankings ever. He had some success there. He had some success with Florida too. He got to like the SEC championship game, I want to say twice. So, you know, like shit. It happens, man. They were just impatient. And now look at them. Struggling to get to 6 wins. I would take 2 SEC championships and then a lull to get me back into the championship instead of just getting mad. Oh man, we suck again. Well, we're gonna fire him. Well, he's back and he's gonna do some good stuff because UNLV was close to the playoffs this year, so they're gonna be tasting it next year. Man, had a whole lot with that quarterback that left too. Like, so a lot of stuff went wrong for them, but that's a good start though. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, but let's get into this next one, man. Coach carousel, man. It's hot. It's hot out here. All right, so we done with the thing. But people who survive the cut. Let's talk about people who survive the cut line, man.
Mm-mm.
So Mike Gundy and the Oklahoma State Cowboys worked out a deal to get his contract in order, man. The school wanted to go down on his salary, and he did not. So somehow they worked out their grievance, man. Thought that this year was going to be one of the best years in Oklahoma State history. Turns out it was the worst year since Mike Gundy has taken over that program. So we move to the next person on the list, Sam Pittman. Sam Pittman, I'm a big Sam Pittman guy. Love offensive line coaches that get head coaching jobs because it doesn't happen. They find it to be not the genius thing. Whatever. Coming into the season, we felt like he was on the hot seat, man. Arkansas had a good chance to be almost a 10-win team this year. They had some bad luck in a bunch of games, but fought all the way back through all of that adversity, got to 6-6, going to a bowl game, and they have retained Sam Pittman. So I thought that was pretty good. Then we move on to Trent Dilfer, my Super Bowl winning quarterback, Trent Dilfer. Having a rough go at it with this coaching. Okay. UAB is not a good program. In fact, they lost their program just for the alumni to bring it back. And Trent Dilfer is at the helm. Not looking good. Nasty work. But they brought him back, and the report is that he's going to change the staff completely, and then maybe UAB can get out of the 130s rankings and everything. But the highlight of this whole slide here is Billy Napier. Coming into this season, I think everybody wrote his obituary. All right. The schedule was hectic. Nasty work by everybody. But he survived. And Florida is 7-5, going to a pretty good bowl game. They found their quarterback for at least the next 2 seasons. And Lagway, and I think it was good, man. So all of that thrown at you right now. Who surprised you the most out of these 4 people, coaches, that survived the cut?
So if I'm looking at my perspective from before the season, Billy Napier is obviously going to be the main, because like how you alluded to, you seen how hard the schedule was, lack of really good coaching decisions, especially early on in the season. But once they were able to fully embrace Lagway and just go with that style of offense, they had some really quality wins. They had back-to-back weeks over top 25 ranked squads, including LSU and Ole Miss, I want to say. Was it Ole Miss, or I forget the other team they beat, but it was back-to-back weeks against top 25 ranked teams. And they were playing good football, man. Now, if I'm just talking about for like right now, Trent Dilfer is in the dumps. UAB needs somebody. UAB needs somebody with a bit more experience and able to really turn that program around, because it's not a terrible program. They're not in a crazy hard conference. They just need the right guy in there making the right decisions to get the best product on the field. I'm really happy about Sam Pittman. Arkansas is a really good team. Just had some things not go their way this season, some close losses that could have been wins. And Mike Gundy, man, the guy has barely done any losing at all. I think his first season and this season are the only losing seasons he's had up until this point. Had a lot of hype coming into the season with Ollie Gordon and some other really good guys, but it went straight left right away. So the fact that they were able to work something out, yes. He's going to have to shake back, though, as soon as next season. He needs to be back into that 7, 8 or more wins next season, or else it's going to be another uncomfortable conversation going into next offseason. But
they need a quarterback, bro.
They need a quarterback. They need a quarterback. But who I think is probably going to be the best team out of any of these teams next year is probably going to be between Florida and Arkansas. I think it really just depends on how they finish out with this recruiting cycle. And also, we're still really hot into the transfer portal era, too, with a bunch of really good players still on the board. So,
No.
yes, they should.
No. They should
Strength
not
of
be.
schedule does not matter. Gosh.
Clearly it doesn't matter.
There's one guy in our group that knows everything, and strength of schedule does not matter. It doesn't matter if they play cupcakes all year. If they're undefeated, they should automatically be in the natty. We know nothing.
Not in this world.
Hint, hint.
Not in this world.
Okay, that's why I thought it was Ole Miss. I wasn't tripping. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately they beat LSU too, didn't they?
That's why I said back-to-back weeks.
On that run. Yeah.
Back-to-back weeks.
With 2 losses that we said were like check mark, they're losing that game.
Nobody would have anticipated that.
Yeah, we picked that. We picked both of them games. Like, they gonna lose that one.
I feel like we had them winning like 5 games this year.
I thought it was less than that shit.
But I remember we said like if he wants to keep his job, they need to be in the 7. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we
we
were right about that thing.
We did. He got to 7, man. All right, so long game of this week, man. Or those pesky goats got us, man. They got us. Navy beats Army, man. A little bit out of character, man. I want to say I can't remember his name. Bryson Daly, yeah. So out of character, he's been pretty good, man. He's pretty good this season. But Navy has something for him. It sucks because I don't like Navy, but in a sports vacuum, because we all know same fight for both sides, so it's not necessarily no disrespect there. Just don't like Navy when it comes to football, man. But Army being the better team, at least if you're looking at the record, I'd be kind of mad a little bit. I was like, damn.
Daly was throwing. Daly threw too much. That man only had to throw 2 passes last week. And Navy's quarterback's okay, watch this. And he proceeds to run for over 200 yards and over 8 yards of carry on Navy's defense, on Army's defense. Nasty work. Yes, give him the Heisman, okay? We want mass chaos 2007.
We got a guy on our team, man, that
2 people actually, I think.
Yeah, says some crazy stuff sometimes, man, and that was one of his sayings.
He says sometimes we're not gonna be mods. This is every day. This is a job in itself.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Man. Army takes the L, Navy wins. So let's get into some bowl games this week, man. Pick some of the ones I thought were intriguing matchups, man. Don't really watch many James Madison games, so I'm tuned in to this one just to see James Madison show out a little bit. Boca Raton Bowl is always a pretty good one over the course of my life. Every time I've seen it, it's been a good game. Going against the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. What you thinking here, man?
I mean, Western Kentucky's not a bad team with TJ Finley at the helm. Finished the season with 8 wins. I don't know, man. I just really like what James Madison has done since they've been at the FBS level. I think it's gonna be a really good game. But I'm gonna go out on a whim. I'm picking I'm gonna go James Madison.
Yeah, me too, man. I like James Madison. Don't watch them that often, but I like them when they played at the FCS level. So I was like, all right, well, let's see then what they're gonna do. Let's see. We got Florida. We got Florida and Tulane. Now I picked this game because I know Tulane's pretty good. But I just want to see Florida finish out the thing. I'm rooting for all the SEC schools, man, to try to get a championship, man, or try to get a bowl win, should I say. I want them all to get it. So this is going to be a tough one. It's one of the toughest matchups that I think the SEC schools have because this is one they're not favored in. So should be a good matchup, man. I'm going to go with Florida. I think Tulane surprised USC last year because I don't think they thought that they were that good, and it bit them in the tail. But this year in this bowl game, I think Florida's trying to finish the year out strong, man. We fought through all that adversity, that crazy schedule. I think this is Lagway's coming out party, man. You're gonna have to watch him for the Heisman next year, man, because he's gonna be balling. For them to get anywhere, he's gonna have to ball. And I think he was so choppy this year, man. He start one game, not start, then dude get hurt, and then he's starting the whole year. You know what I'm saying? So now whole year, get it done.
Yeah,
Florida.
All right. So I'm all for the SEC getting a dub here. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Tulane's itching for a win, especially how they lost in their conference game. I think Tulane's very underrated, and I think Florida's gonna take an L here. Give me Tulane, man.
Boo. Boo. That
Green
was the
wave.
Gasparilla Bowl, by the way. Gasparilla Bowl. All right, so we got some college football playoff matchups here, man. I think Notre Dame's going to win this one, man. I think they're on a mission. But don't be surprised, man, if they got to score some points in this one. But I will say this: they did not respond well against Ohio State when they start putting that pressure on. So I want to know. I'm anxious to see what Notre Dame does defensively to really confuse their quarterback, man, because he didn't respond well to the blitz at all, man. I don't know what the problem was, but they got beat, and they got beat bad too. But the committee had already baked them into the equation by putting them third or fourth or whatever when they played Ohio State. So they knew that this was a problem. I personally would have kept them where they at and just moved teams above them up and down until they played Ohio State and earned their right until the playoffs. But they didn't do that. They just kept moving them up and up and up and up. Now, that's not their fault because everybody else was losing in front of them. So you can't just keep them out. But this is not a good matchup for them. But it's going to be cold and it's going to be some good football. So give me Notre Dame.
Yeah, so if we're talking about just losses, let's talk about Notre Dame's only loss coming to a MAC North and Illinois team. Obviously, they come a long way since then. We've seen up and down play from Riley Leonard. When he's been really good, he's been really good. When he's been really bad, they're really bad. I think this is Indiana's coming out party in the sense that I don't think they're going to allow that kind of pressure from this Notre Dame team. I'm not sold on Notre Dame. I'm never sold on Notre Dame because they always get ranked high. And then when they get in the spotlight, they always freaking shit the bed. I'm just saying. They always find a way to do it. No disrespect to Marcus Freeman. But I just don't see Indiana allowing that kind of pressure to get on Rourke this game. I think they need to open things up because when they were able to run the ball in Ohio State, they looked really good running the ball. If they give Rourke any kind of time to throw the ball, he will pick them apart. I'm taking Indiana, bro. I'm not sold on Notre Dame. Indiana's only loss is Ohio State. Notre Dame's is North Illinois. Give me Indiana.
Man, we're gonna agree to disagree on that one, man. I don't think this game gonna be close. I think it's gonna be nasty, bro. It's gonna be nasty.
Guess we're gonna see.
Yeah, we gonna see. Hold up, we got a comment here. Let's see. Andrew says Indy's gonna kill him. You hot.
I guess we're gonna find out. When's the last time Notre Dame did
It
anything
probably
substantial?
is, but I
We'll
don't
see.
see that being close. I don't. That's one of the matchups where you got to show me. You have to show me because that's an ugly matchup, man. But you know what else is ugly? This one for Penn State. This one is ugly for Penn State. You can't. You shouldn't be playing this team, bro. Not right now. Rhett Lashley, the head coach of SMU, has them playing fast. Yeah.
frozen? Or are you frozen?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I hear you now. I didn't hear anything you just said though.
Andrew, let me know. Okay. So Penn State's in trouble. I think SMU wins this game, man. I think they play entirely too fast. And Penn State showed that they can score against Oregon. But hold up, man. Time out. Somebody about to get yelled at. I'll be right back, dog. somebody about to get yelled at. My bad. Time out. I'll be right back.
Oops.
Fix my thought for me.
Let's see. If he's going to pick SMU to win this game, and I don't know, the fact that it's a home game, Penn State's not playing bad football. I think SMU does play fast and they can score points, but I think that home field advantage and the way Penn State plays, I just don't think SMU can hang with them. To be honest, what do you guys think? You think SMU goes into Penn State, Happy Valley, and gets the win? I don't think so. I think Penn State gets this win. And it's a much-deserved win. Really? I don't know, man. I like SMU. Don't get me wrong. Like, I want to see them win this game. I don't have any part to play in it. But oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. SMU getting embarrassed. Dude, the fact that it's in Happy Valley, Penn State plays really physical. If Penn State gets that freaking pass rush and they start to bring pressure, I don't think SMU is going to handle it very well. That's a very hard place to play. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, Andrew. We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we'll finish up talking college football playoff talk, and then we'll get into some NFL games over the weekend.
So
let's talk about.
All right, we back. We back. I had to take care of something, man, but we back though. That was our commercial break. So stay with us. We good now. Like what I was saying, SMU, I think they got something to prove, man. I feel like SMU got into the playoffs, man, because the NCAA owed them one for how they ended their programs heyday back in the 80s. So nonetheless, I'm rooting for SMU, man. Pony Express. That's for me. So I hope they get Penn State, man. But nonetheless, I think Penn State's depth might cause a problem. But I feel like if they can score and score quickly, they'll be all right, man. So
this is how I look at it. If Drew Allen doesn't play turnover football, Penn State's going to beat the brakes off of them. I'm sorry. This is in Happy Valley, one of the hardest places to play in the country. SMU is not accustomed to playing in this kind of environment. Penn State's very physical, and I think they have a really point to prove, especially having a damn good season, finishing 5th in the rankings, man, playing competitive with Oregon and Ohio State. I think they have a point to prove. SMU's a good team. I think they can score fast. But I think Penn State's going to look to rile that quarterback up, bring that pressure, and really shake up that offense and make them slow down. I've got Penn State.
All right, no, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Should be a good game, man. All right, so this is probably difficult to see for people watching, man. But we got Clemson going against number 4, 13, I guess, in the official rankings or whatever. But we got Clemson and Texas going toe to toe, man. I'm going to go Clemson, actually. I want to see all the SEC teams win, but I think Clemson might get this one, man. Because they just playing a different style of football, man. Like now, they playing different. Something about it. In that ACC title game, it felt a little different. It felt like they figured something out. I don't know what it was, but they figured out, in my opinion, how to be more balanced. And maybe it was just a competition, and I could be wrong, and this pick just blows up in my face, man. But I really like Clemson in this one, man, because against Georgia, I didn't like how Texas looked, man. They just looked lethargic. And in a championship game, you ain't supposed to be looking lethargic, man. And they just looked slow. They weren't explosive like they were, man. So I'm actually gonna go Clemson in this one. I know I'm probably gonna be wrong. I really would like to see Clemson win this, man. Andrew will probably be like, nah. nah. Let's see. Nah, Andrew's on my side. Clemson wins. Yep, see? And this is a South Carolina guy, by the way.
I feel like this game could go either way. Okay, make sure. I feel like it could go either way. Clemson hasn't shown me a whole lot to be impressed with. I mean, yeah, they pulled out the win against SMU, and Texas has been kind of up and down as well. I think this is just really going to come down to really who wants it more in depth. I think Texas has pretty damn good depth. They played pretty good ball most of the year. Oh, man. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm picking Texas, man. I just have a feeling they're going to put something together. I don't think they're going all the way, but I think they beat Clemson here, but not by much.
All right, no, I ain't mad at that. Let's see. Let's see what's next. All right, so this will be the last college game that I really wanted to do the whole week, like we would do on a normal show, since we got bowl games spread out throughout the week. So I wanted to get the pretty good ones, man. They got a lot of college football playoff matchups too. But nonetheless, we got Tennessee and Ohio State, man. I really like Tennessee in this one, man. If they can run the ball, I think Tennessee can get them. Because even though Ohio State got all of them players, they ain't really meshing for real. And Sampson for Tennessee is pretty good. And you know, it's got to be Tennessee got to have a good running game if I'm going to pick them. Okay. So I like teams that run the ball, and Tennessee can do that. So I'm going with the Vols in this one.
Cam goes Tennessee, his arch rival outside of Auburn. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going Tennessee too, bro. I just like what Tennessee's doing. If they're able to run the ball in Ohio State like they've been running this year, with the arm strength and ability of Nico and a pretty damn good defense from Volunteers, man, I like what Tennessee does. I've got Tennessee by 3-7.
Andrew agrees. Tennessee by 3. So, like I said, you got to move me to pick a rival. Like, you gotta move it. So we got our NFL part of the show, man. So if you're sticking around, thank you. Give the video some likes, man. Uh, give us some likes. Love the interaction. And keep on following us, man. This is a football frame of mind on the Billings Sports Media Network, man. So, lack of a better word, man, fuck with us. Fuck with us. Fuck with us, bro. Don't be shy, man. We just talk about football. We ain't trying to get in your business.
We're not gonna continue. What was it last week? The what was it, the love triangle frame of mind podcast or something? It was like a dating show.
Yeah, we're not doing that, man. We all right.
He's like, stay away from love circle, love
It's like,
triangle.
hey, wait, I wanted to watch football, man. Like, what is
What I
this?
signed up for? I ain't subscribed to this.
Like, I'm taking it back. Nah, man. But let's get into the NFL side of things, man. This is the current, well, before today, playoff picture, man. So what you thinking? A couple teams took some losses here or there, so it's gonna look different tomorrow after all the games are played. But coming into Sunday, this is what the playoffs look like. Who's your biggest surprise, and who are you surprised not in there?
So, I mean, the biggest surprise of teams that are going to be in there, I mean, pretty obviously, if Washington finds a way into the playoffs, that's a really good year one under Dan Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
I expected Seattle to struggle this year, and Seattle's playing really well. Tampa Bay, I'm surprised they're in there because they've been really up and down all year. Honestly, Detroit's obviously a really good team. We didn't know Minnesota was going to be on the train this year. And Green Bay, man, they're sitting at 9. I feel like the NFC was a little bit more cut, like clean cut. The AFC got a couple surprise teams in there. Nobody anticipated Denver to put everything together this quick with Bo Nix. They're playing really good ball. The Chargers are finally relevant that Jim Harbaugh is there. I didn't anticipate Buffalo to be as good as they are this year, but the AFC East is hot garbage.
Yeah.
I didn't anticipate them to be that good. They lost a lot of pieces, but they have learned to, I guess, be like the Chiefs in the sense that winning with less is more, I guess you could say. Houston, I'm surprised Houston was this low of a seed. I anticipated them to be better this year, and Baltimore has kind of slid a little bit going towards this tail end of the season. But for the most part, like, the teams don't surprise me. The things that surprise me the most are like the seeding. We all anticipate Kansas City was still going to be good, but they're like the worst one-loss team in NFL history, especially from an offensive perspective, for sure. The favorites, in my opinion, I mean, if I'm just looking at it right now, obviously the NFC, Detroit is the favorite. You can lie and say Minnesota and Philadelphia. I'm sorry. Detroit has the best roster.
Yeah.
Detroit is the best roster, and Detroit has seemed the most bulletproof out of any of these teams, in my opinion. Kansas City, I want to pick against the Chiefs, and we picked against the Chiefs all year last year, and look where it got us, to freaking two-peat. But I will say, I don't know, man. I have a feeling they could get knocked out this year. And I'm not saying I'm picking the Bills, because I don't like to pick the Bills for the same reasons you don't. But I'm telling you, if there's a year for Kansas City to get knocked out when nobody would think, I think this could be the year. But I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that until I know better.
Okay, no. That's what's up. I like that. I think Philly's the best team, bro. I think Philly's the best team, man. Am I frozen again?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Nah, I just think Philly's the best team right now. I think they got a lot of players that can scare you. You know, I think Detroit's a good team. They're a really great team, honestly. But I feel like having Saquon that can give you 250 on the ground at any point. You got AJ Brown that can give you 150 anytime receiving. Devontae Smith can do that. I feel more scared to play Philly than I do Detroit.
But I don't see Philly doing that to Detroit. That's the difference. I think Detroit's got probably the best defense in the conference.
they don't necessarily have to play each other until the NFC title game. I'm just
Yeah.
saying if I'm saying any team that can get knocked off, Detroit, I feel like Detroit is more vulnerable to get knocked out than Philly in a one game scenario. One game scenario. We're not talking all season because all season Detroit's looked very good. But Philly got like really good star power, bro. So if
Yeah.
we talking a one game scenario, man, look, Philly look nasty, bro.
I'm not
Nasty.
sold. I'm just not. I like what they have. I just don't think I'm sold yet to get to that point to say that.
You know what? Scratch that, man. Super Bowl winner for the NFC, the Darnold train. That's it.
Oh
The
man.
Vikings winning it all.
Oh
Watch.
man.
Watch.
He drank the
Watch.
whole pitcher of Kool-Aid.
The whole thing. Grape Kool-Aid at that.
Damn, not even red. Not even red, bro. Wow.
Yeah.
Not even the
Yeah.
red. Okay, that's we
I'm
starting to get
drunk.
on blast. We starting to get on blasphemous terms here.
Oh, I'm the whole thing. The whole enchilada,
Oh,
man.
so you like RVD? You the whole damn show.
Pew, pew. All right. So there are a couple games that I wanted to talk about, man. Houston picking up the win against the Dolphins, man. Dolphins just look, you know what I'm saying? They look so defeated. Like last year, they was like scoring 70 points in a game or something like that. And it's like, man, this offense is crazy, right? Like I said, I was excited for them to make a Super Bowl run because I'm like, yo, they got too many weapons on offense, dog. Too
Mm-hmm.
many. And it just, between Tua getting hurt and all of that, Odell and Ramsey, like they just not looking good. I think both of them dudes is done for their career right now. Like they just a step slower. That's all. And the league is getting too fast for guys like that. And even for Odell, who's playing an offense, if you lose a step, the DB can catch up with you in other ways that they weren't, you know? So I just think both of those guys were kind of a waste of money. And they could have used it somewhere else, in my opinion. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel, man. I feel like you could have got somebody else for cheaper that'll have a bigger impact than those two right now. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But they take a loss to the Texans, man, who get back on track. CJ Stroud still struggling a little bit to find his consistency because I believe that's 18 for like 28 or something like that.
18 of
So
26. Yeah.
yeah, so not perfect, but they got the job done, and that's what you're supposed to do, man. So they still alive in the playoffs by far. They gonna make it. But they got some consistency issues as well, man.
Yeah. I mean, this is an ugly game.
My
Ugly
bad.
game. No, you're good. Houston just. I would hope that they can get it back on track for playoffs, man. I think when the playoffs hit, I think this team's gonna pick it up in the high gear. I think they're just kind of in like this la la land right now, just trying to hurry up and get to the playoffs where they can kind of play up to their potential. But I don't know, man. I could see them maybe stunning a few teams, but they need to show me a little bit more before that comes.
No, I like that. I like that. So we got the Thursday night matchup, man, with the Niners and the Rams, man. So it's looking like it's a 2-horse race in the NFC West right now. Not sold on either team that's in contention for this thing. But the Seahawks look like they can give you more on defense than the Rams right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be the difference. And don't get me wrong, I like Kyron Williams getting his 100 yards that game, but the Seahawks got Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet, so that's like 100 yards apiece. That's scary, you know. They got some dudes on the outside that looking like Legion of Boom 2.0, right? 6'4" corners or whatever, right? scary, right? So I'm just looking at Seahawks like, man, I really kind of like what they doing, right? Has nothing to do with this game, just throwing it out there for people that want to know that the NFC West is going to be very tough this year. But Rams get the win here, man. Stafford, not too much, does his job. And they win a close one, man. This is one game I probably would have been like, man, this is really cool. Love defense, low scoring game. So, but what you think, man?
Well, this year's a wash for the Niners in more ways than one, between CMC going down and lack of a better term for horrible play from Purdy on and off the season. You had a guy walk out mid-third quarter. The 49ers are in disarray right now. This year's a complete wash. The Rams are overachieving once again. I don't think anybody anticipated them to be in the spot they're in, just like we said last year. But I will go out on a limb and say I do like the weapons and things that the Rams do have on offense. But Seattle has good weapons on offense as well. And I feel like you said, the difference maker is defense. I really like guys like Tariq Woolen and guys like they have on the line. And I think Seattle's a really talented team. So I think it's going to be a close race, but I think Seattle's going to put the things together. And I think Seattle probably wins the NFC West when everything's said and done.
All right, won't get no argument for me, man. All right, so we gotta talk about your teams, man. So let's talk about the Saints, man. Close loss here, man. But they've been looking really more crisp every game I watch.
Yeah, I mean, they gave Jake Hayner the freaking start today because I think they had seen struggling from Rattler, but it looks like Hayner was playing horrible. And they threw Spencer Rattler in there and didn't play the most better, but he was able to get the ball in the end zone. But when you're playing against a guy like Jaden Daniels, it's going to be hard to win. They only lost by 1 point. Daniels had a pretty good game, ran for over 60 yards, over 200 yards to the air. A 1 point loss, man. Look, the Saints are in this state of, look, we just want to see what we have going in the next season. Well, I guess they're going to figure out whether they're going to retain Rizzi as the head coach. Or, in my opinion, you should hire a new GM, and you should go with one of these younger guys as your head coach. I feel like there's a plethora of guys who are coordinators who'd be more than willing to step up. I just feel like you need to get all remnants of the Sean Payton era out of New Orleans. I think you've been holding on to it for too long. And I feel like their GM, Mickey Loomis, has done a horrible job with the salary cap going back historically. You just need a breath of fresh air in there. Like the owner, obviously, well, not Mickey Loomis, Gail Benson, they're trying to make moves. They let go of Dennis Allen when a lot of people didn't think they would. I think it's just time for them to start fresh, man. Get rid of any remnants of that you have left and just start a new era, man, because it's not a terrible market. It's not the biggest market, but you still have talented players. Go out, get you a new head coach, get a new general manager, and just go from there.
Yeah, I think it's time to start over, man, as well. I think that the Saints are in need of a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm looking at the Commanders, this is a perfect start for your new regime.
Mm-hmm.
If you could go back to the Redskins logo, that would be awesome.
They're
But
talking about
nonetheless,
doing that. They're actually talking about reinstating the logo.
that'll be cool. But that's just the icing on the top of the cake right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cherry on top, I mean. They look good. Dan Quinn was pretty. He was with the Falcons. Yeah,
he was the coach when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so he got some. We ain't talking Gus Bradley, right? He knows what he's doing, right? So
it helps when you got Kingsbury running your offense, though.
Agreed. That guy right there, man, he's gonna be a hot commodity on both college and pro.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna be a commodity, like because I think he got a bad shake in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that was a bad shake, man, because they had hired Steve Wilkes to be the guy, and then got rid of him to bring Kingsbury in because they got Kyler Murray, and it's a similar system or whatever. But they never could really get the locker room together. It felt like it was always the players versus the ownership or the coach was trying to be the mediator. Oh man, Kyler's okay. He's all right. Just a little contract dispute or whatever. But it really felt like more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And they could never get into a rhythm, man. But now since he's got a chance, like, okay, I don't want to do that again. He's got options. He can
Mm-hmm.
stay, go to college, or test it, as a head coach in the NFL, man, again. So I personally would love to see him back in college, man, because I know he's got a lot of knowledge and his offenses will be top 10 as
He
long as
could
he gets
he
right.
could plug and play. He could plug and play into the Big Ten. To be honest with you, I think he'd be
Yeah.
good in the Big Ten, depending on the program that opens up. I don't want to see him go. I want to see him go. If he goes to college, I feel like you need to see him go into a Power 5 conference. Like you need to see him go into the Big Ten, maybe even the ACC. I don't think the SEC is going to really have any openings. I could see something maybe in the Big Ten or the ACC though.
I love to see him at Iowa, man, fixing their offense.
Oh my gosh, they would be passing over everybody. Oh my gosh.
I agree.
They'd be like, what in the world? Hey, if anybody from the Iowa podcast are watching, you guys should be asking for this. That would be, oh my gosh, that is a great idea. Because y'all play defense. Y'all be able to freaking throw it with the best of them at that point.
That's
a crazy idea.
Telling you. The best thing that happened to Iowa since Caitlin Clark, bro. If they let him go there, that's a wrap. Like, man, people will stay up past halftime, that's for sure. Like, man, it's really boring, man. There's no offense. Not with Kingsbury there. That would have been nice, bro. Nice.
Could be.
So I would love that, man. Go somewhere new, somewhere different, man. All right. You gotta talk about your teams, bro. Don't worry. My team's on here too. So let's talk about your Patriots, man. Drake May figuring it out every day, working hard, trying to be a better NFL quarterback every day. So I don't put this loss on him. Stats a little short this week because Arizona just decided to have 8 people run the ball in the game. So I couldn't get it all, right? So nonetheless, your team takes the L here, man. But what did you learn about your team in this game?
They just need help on defense. Now we're getting into an era of this is kind of foreign territory in the sense that New England's defense isn't what it used to be. You have holes. You have some bright young players. Obviously, you have some guys like Christian Gonzalez and so on. But you need help on defense. And Drake May needs more weapons on offense. He's working with what he's got. And he's not doing a half bad job, man. His completion percentage is 19 for 23, over 200 yards. He's doing the best he can with the weapons he has. I think the biggest thing is getting him a solid number one, whether being in the draft or free agency. I would love to see a guy like T. Higgins go to New England to play with Drake May. I think that would be an awesome fit because he would feed him like crazy.
That's reported.
Yeah, it is a possible landing spot. You have decent backs on the roster, but I think your biggest thing is I think you really need to address him getting a solid number one. I would love to get Higgins there, and you really need to attack defense on the in the draft, if not in free agency. But I mean, look, I didn't have high expectations. I kind of figured they were going to put up a little bit more of a fight against Arizona. Arizona's not a horrible team. They've overachieved this year. They just don't. New England just needs help on defense because I'm telling you, if you give him a weapon or two, they don't even have to be even the greatest weapons. But if you bring a guy like Higgins in and you draft another guy, they have good receivers in this draft class, and you at least get somewhat better on defense, this team's going to probably be sniffing into the 6 to 7, maybe even 8 wins, especially with his progression through the season, having an entire season and off season to work. Yeah, I think they'll be better next year, but we need some help.
No, y'all do, man. Like I said, but it's cool. You gotta start over. It doesn't matter. Like the team is in a bad shape, man. When you lose such a good quarterback and such a great coach, it's rough. You gotta figure that part out. But I think starting with the quarterback was a good move in the draft. Now you need to protect him, and then fill in the blanks from there. I think if you're looking at a team like Jacksonville, I'm pretty sure they would love to not do the draft over in terms of taking Trevor Lawrence. But I will say they probably would want to get him some protection over the weapons. You feel me? Because they got Christian Kirk, right? But there were some linemen they could have got. Could have saved some money there.
It's the same thing when they drafted ETN in that same draft. They could have went offensive line there, but they wanted to get him his college teammate at running back. You could have did that.
Yep.
Same exact thing. I mean,
and then what's the draft? Goddamn, was that the one with Penei Sewell? Who's like
that was the same draft that Burrow was in, yeah.
And goddamn.
Oh no, it was the draft after that. Draft after 2021, I think.
I was trying to think that maybe the draft would when they picked Walker over Hutchinson. I was thinking maybe they could have went lineman there. But either one of those
wasn't that the same draft that Sewell was in? I'm pretty sure. No, I think that was after that.
Hold up,
because I'm pretty sure that was 2021, and I don't think Trevon Walker's been in the league that long. Now, I think Jacksonville should have been addressing the offensive line, my opinion. But they did let a couple of really good guys on the O-line go, so that didn't help. Because they had Scherf. Brandon Scherf, I think, and they let him go.
Yeah. There before Urban Meyer. Like, I feel like he was there for a while. So I'm looking at this draft, right? Let me see. Can't ever get the thing right. All right. There we go. So Trayvon Walker went first. Hutchinson went second. And then you had Stingley and Gardner go third and fourth. And then Thibodeau went, fifth to the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking if you're going to draft a guy, but you had just drafted T-Law, I think the year before, if I'm not mistaken. So you drafted him the year before. If I'm them, I'm taking Evan Neal from Alabama. You get your quarterback, then you get your lineman right afterwards. Because when you think about impact players, you can find those, but you need to get those cornerstones together. Get your quarterback, get your lineman, get you a leader on defense, preferably a middle linebacker or a top pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they chose to go pass rusher, which was cool, but not the one you should have got, in my opinion.
Definitely not. I wasn't even that high on him.
This is no shade at Trayvon Walker. I think he's a talented player, but there's levels to this. Dude was surrounded by how many first round draftable players on Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, Michigan had a lot too, but not as many as Georgia. So when you're looking at a guy go off, it's like, damn, okay, he going off.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're on Georgia and you're like, oh man, he going off, that just looks like another day at the office, in my opinion. So I felt like they kind of got a little tunnel vision when it comes to like, oh well, he was the best player on Georgia's defense. Nah, bro, it wasn't like that. Not in my opinion. They had a bunch of dudes, but I think the baddest dude on the team was Jordan Davis in the middle, and Jalen Carter like in the middle too. And Trayvon Walker was just another dude, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I just felt like they could have went offensive lineman there. We could have protected Trevor Lawrence blind side, and then we could have figured out everything else. But I believe Urban Meyer was drafting, so there you go.
I kick my players like when they're not looking. I kick them.
Yeah, I kick my kicker. Like, bro, really? How would you do that? Like, come on, man. That was embarrassing. That was worse than Petrino, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was way worse than Petrino.
Way
That was
worse.
bad. That was bad. That makes Petrino look like a stand-up guy in that situation.
Bro, at least he typed him a letter. All
Woo.
50, all 52 players got 53 players at the time got a letter. I'm pretty sure the training staff did too. And Arthur Blank probably got one express mail.
Oh gosh. I don't
Hey
think he
man,
cares to remember that.
Arthur Blanks had it rough, man, as an owner, man. Your
It's
franchise
Atlanta, bro.
quarterback gets busted for your best player gets busted for dog fighting. Then you get a 28-point lead or something in the Super Bowl, lose. Y'all not supposed to make the Super Bowl in '98, and you get boat raced by Denver. Like, bro, come on, man. He's had it rough, bro. He's had it rough. Then you sign a quarterback for a bunch of money, and then draft a quarterback who's just as old, almost as old as your starting quarterback. Because Penix is like 27, bro.
Hey, but I like me some Michael Penix. So I think that wasn't a bad move.
I do too. I
Hindsight,
just felt like
I didn't agree with it. I think we both had them taking like Dallas Turner there, and he ain't did nothing this year. He's played like freaking cheeks for Minnesota. But I think we both had them going defense in that scenario. But I mean, hindsight might not be a horrible idea because Magic City Kirk is looking like he is gone and out of commission. So Michael Penix might be the option.
He had way too much fun. That's what it was.
He sure did, bro. They done snatched his chain.
Man, Peaches at the club had him throwing too much money. He in a deficit right now. He got to recoup all of that. He's tough right now. He's going through it, man. But nonetheless, man, we reached almost the end of the show, so we got to pick our games, man. Just the games that I thought was really cool, man. So we got Denver going against San Diego. Not San Diego, Los Angeles.
Don't get my hopes up like that, okay? Like I thought we were back a little while. Come on, man. They don't have Qualcomm Field anymore. Like, come on, man. You're breaking my heart here.
I'm stuck at a different time. I'm stuck at a different time. I'm sorry.
Well, when all Cam plays is Madden 06 and Madden 07, it's not a surprise.
What's up, the second? Yeah, well, it's not a collective channel per se on our particular channel, but the Villain Sports Media Network, that's a collective channel, man. Yep. So, where are you watching? You watching on the Football Frame of Mind page, or you watching on the Villain Sports Media page? Which one? Let me know. But thank you for the comment, though. So, who you got in this game, man?
You really bummed me out. You said San Diego, bro.
Yeah, my bad, dog.
You bummed me out. This is a really cool matchup. One, it's an interdivisional matchup, which could have possible playoff appearance on the line. Denver has played surprisingly well, and the Chargers are playing really good, man. Give me the Chargers, man. Justin Herbert's playing really good football. I'm really confident in his game, and they're playing really well. But Denver's playing good. Sean Payton's coaching them up really well, so it could go either way, but give me the Chargers.
Okay. I got the Broncos, man. I like what Bo Nixon's doing, man. I really like what they're doing, man. So,
Frame of Mind channel, then it's the channel existed before the media network did. We were a part of another network within the last year or so, and us and a couple other really good shows co-founded the network. You have like the Football Frame of Mind, you have College Sports Villains, you have the No Mercy Sports, we have a wrestling channel, Legends of the Squared Circle. Definitely go check them out. You can search it in your search bar. Or if you go to our community tab on our channel, you'll be able to see a screenshot of the channel. Check them out. There's daily uploads. That we have a show almost every day of the week. You will not be disappointed. But as for this channel, man, we're rocking and rolling. I really hope you enjoy.
Yeah. So this is the non-stop shop for the Football Frame of Mind. So check us out, man. We got a whole lot of stuff. I don't know if you want to go back a year and watch some of our older videos.
The content's good. The quality, not so much.
Yeah. Quality.
Great content.
quality's like 1970s color TV, bro. We just
Damn, bro,
figured.
I was gonna at least say Windows 98. Golly, bro, you sending us into the Stone
No, it was bad, bro. It was like 70s color TV, bro. We was trying to figure that shit out.
Straight
got the
CRT.
aluminum foil on the antennas. That's how bad it was.
Got to go outside on the. You got to send somebody on the roof to fix the antenna to make sure you catching the game.
Yeah, in the middle of a snowstorm.
I was gonna say a hurricane in Louisiana, but that works.
Yeah, nah, we good. Yeah, Denver. I got Denver winning for sure, man.
It'll be a good game though. I wouldn't be surprised if they do win. I just like what Herbert's doing.
Let's see. All right, so got a little bit of revenge here, man. So Baltimore is taking. Man, I didn't put Baltimore on the other one. I sure wanted to put that game on there. I forgot that.
Okay.
I forgot to put Baltimore on the other one when we were talking about the scores. I forgot to put them on that one. My bad.
It's okay.
But I probably did, but my computer be acting up sometimes. Probably time for a new one. But nonetheless, Baltimore playing Pittsburgh. Really cool game. Rivalry, nonetheless. I got Baltimore winning this because we got to get that get back because Pittsburgh beat us earlier. So.
Oh, you're gonna hate me, Cam. I got Pittsburgh, man. They're playing really good ball, and they didn't lose by Philadelphia by a whole lot today. Russell Wilson's playing really good, and Pittsburgh's got a good defense with the help of your best friend Patrick Queen, who decided to skip town on y'all. It's gonna be a good game, man. Lamar cooked today against the Giants. 5 touchdown passes. He did really well. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Pittsburgh's defense is gonna want to really get this win. They're physical. They're very talented. I've got the Steelers.
All right, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad. Our defense is still much to be desired.
Facts.
What happened, bro? We need to get Marvin Lewis back. That's what we need. For real. We ain't been playing good since Marvin was there, bro. Like, we need that. Well, I'll take it back. Nah, we've been pretty good on defense. Like, even when Ray Lewis and Ed Reed left, we got good on defense pretty quick after that. Like, drafting C.J. Mosley and then a host of other dudes after him. He was just supposed to be the cornerstone. He was never supposed to leave and go to the Jets. Never. He was not supposed to do that.
Oops.
He should still be with the team right now. But he wanted that bag, man, and Ozzie Newsome wasn't going to give him that. Like, shit, I can draft 4 of you. We'll figure out. Somebody going to be better than you. Hey, look up later on and get Queen and Roquan Smith in a trade. So, there you go, But Eagles and Commanders, man. I like the Eagles, man. I like the Eagles. I like their defense. Like, it's really coming together, and I like it. I like what they're doing. They got a lot of pieces, man. And Cooper DeJean is becoming a pretty good player already.
Yeah. I like what Washington is doing. Possible playoff team, but I'm going to be honest with you. The Eagles defense is playing an entire 180 different than what they were last season. They're actually playing to their potential. They're utilizing their depth, and the offense is nasty. They're not overusing Jalen Hurts' pass game. You have a guy, Saquon Barkley, that can take over the game and take a lot of that stress off, man. I would love to see Jaden Daniels and crew get the dub here, but I've got the Eagles as well. They just have a little bit too much, and the Commanders just don't have as much experience with this much pressure on them than the Eagles do.
Okay, no, I ain't mad at that. Eagles get the win here, and I believe that is the show. What's good? Yeah, that's the show, man. It show a white screen after you finish the thing, man. But this is the Football Frame of Mind weekly show. We're glad that we had some viewership. We thank everybody that watched this thing, man. So before we let these people go to bed, what you got to say?
Thank you guys for everybody watching. Man, we are popping right now. The views are insane. I don't really want to tell you guys until we get to the end of the month because I don't want to jinx anything, but things are doing really well. Like he said before, Check out the Villain Sports Media Network. Like I said, bunch of different stuff on there. Great content creators. You will not be disappointed. If you like wrestling, we got wrestling. If you like the hardcore, crazy, controversial discussions, they have like 2 or 3 shows with villains and No Mercy Sports. And man, if you like this kind of stuff, especially if you're on YouTube, man, like this kind of content, like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Leave comments. We love the feedback. We're getting a lot of really good feedback right now. And hit that bell notification. So every time we put out new stuff like shorts, videos, posts, you'll always get a notification on your phone from it. If you're more of an audio guy, make sure to hit up Spotify, Amazon, and Apple. We're on X. We're on Facebook. If you like live streaming, we do live streaming via Twitch, YouTube, all of that as well. We're going to start a bunch of new series. We're going to do a College Football 25 one. If you like older content like Madden 07, Madden 06, like some of us old heads, we've got a series on that as well. But, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Check us out if you haven't checked us out already. You won't be disappointed.
He froze.
I think you might be frozen. Your face isn't moving. Well, we might have some technical difficulties, guys.
Are we back?
You there? Yeah, you good? You were frozen.
Yeah, it's probably me.
It's
probably
okay.
me, bro.
But
This Wi-Fi
like I said
is terrible.
before, it's okay. It's all right. Things happen. But, man, like I said, if you like this kind of stuff, check us out. Check out all the other cool channels. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, daily uploads on our end. Check us out. You will not be disappointed.
I couldn't say it better myself, man. I'm Cameron. This is Brandon, or whatever side he's on. Peace out. Catch y'all on the next one, man.
Peace.
I find out the button. Push the button. Push the button. All right.
Press the button.